Good morning. Got my knife sharpener. Have I talked about a pocket knife before? So I'm gonna make biscuits and gravy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make biscuits. We're at Silver Lake Resort, and due to my Sharona, they don't have any pans or anything here, so we brought our own. So I'm gonna make SOS. You know, I got some beautiful sourdough bread, and I've got Hill's sausage. Not sponsored. Well, why would it be? Two of you gonna watch this. But Hill's is from Pendleton, Oregon. They make great pork products. That's my buddy from Germany. He's gonna watch this one of these days too. What's up, Jeff? You're now in my video. So, biscuits and gravy. Once again, see that high over there? You don't need to be on high when you're cooking. I mean, let's all, talk about things and cabbages and kings and all that good stuff. But right now, we're just making biscuits and gravy. So, got the old trusty pocket knife. And we're gonna put the sausage in the pan. Later on today, like I said, we're at Silver Lake, and you have to bring your own cooking stuff and all that good stuff. We're gonna make Italian beef sandwiches, and we've got our crock pot right down there, and we've got some beautiful roasts that got beautiful fat content, and it's gonna render down all day long, and everyone in the other rooms around here are gonna be jealous. And what we also have is Rainey's homemade giardiniera. If you know anything about Italian beef sandwiches, you know that it's not a sandwich without giardiniera. And I'll just show it to you real quick. I think I got it kind of handy. Look at this. Look at this. That, my friends, if you could smell this right now, you'd be like, put that in the gravy, put it in your coffee, put it on everything, because it's amazing. Oh my God, it's so good. But that's going to go in the sandwiches. It's going to be amazing. But one step at a time. In goes the other thing of sausage. So it's a non-stick pan. You know, if you're making gravy, it's not ideal to be in a non-stick pan. You want like a nice cast iron or a big, thick bottom pan, because you want to develop the fond. The fond is the stuff on the bottom of the pan, which actually makes your gravy, if you're making like any kind of roux or anything like that, you want to make sure and have that developing on the pan. And that requires a little bit of patience, because if you cook it too fast, your fond will burn. And you don't want your fond to burn. So you want to develop just a nice, slow... Yeah, it's on. You want it to develop nice and slow, and then when you start adding your liquid, your gravy will be amazing.
Sean caught a fish.
Oh.
We caught a fish, but we don't know what type it is.
Let's take a look at the fish. Should we take a look? What do
Oh,
you
by
got
the
there?
way, look at this spectacular. That looks like a perch.
That's a perch. Oh. All right.
Look at that. Johnny, get out there.
Dang, that's deep in there.
Yeah, he.
Oh, Bob is in the house. Anybody want to go see Bob? So, this kitty. Oh, Bob! Don't do that! No. That's probably why you're getting adopted tomorrow, actually. He was an abandoned kitty here, apparently, and they have found someone to adopt him. Hey, come here. Come here. You gotta get out of here. Oh, my goodness. You're a big purr, though. Come here. Well, they found someone that will adopt him, so he's going to his new parents today. Yes, what a good kitty.
Hey, Bob. What's up, mate? So anyway.
Hold up, I gotta get Bob out.
All right.
Come on, Bob, you gotta go outside.
Oh, I got it out.
we love you, but you're not supposed to be in here. You big sneaker.
So, if you watch any of our other videos, you hear that? That's the sound you want. You want to start rendering out the fat, you know, getting that delicious pork. That's my coffee, but hey, go ahead. I guess the camera person needs some coffee too, but she was gonna get a foo-foo coffee, but the driver is slow. I mean, we're all kind of slow. But anyway, so the ingredients are pretty simple for making gravy. Oh, look at that.
I got distracted.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna come out later, and that is delicious. So, pretty simple ingredients. If you're gonna make sausage gravy, black pepper is key. You want your gravy to have a nice peppery bite. Got some garlic and salt. You know, it's sausage gravy. It's sausage, so it's seasoned very well anyway. So you got to be you know, after the fact, put your salt on it. You don't want to blast the salt out of your gravy because it's not necessary. And of course, I brought Old Bay. I'm a fan of Old Bay. This stuff really is very versatile, and you can put it on everything. And we're gonna and just a little bit of olive oil if needed. When you're making gravy, you know, you gotta have that fat to make a roux. We're gonna add the flour. It's a one pan deal. We don't need to separate anything. I'm gonna make it all in one take, in one pan, and then some milk, and we're gonna make some toast. We do have a toaster. Pow. And we got some beautiful sourdough bread. Did I ever talk about the goat? The goat on be prepared. So when you come to Silver Lake right now, you've got to be prepared. And so we've got beautiful sourdough toast. We got some Kerrygold butter to put on the toast. Gonna scramble some eggs, and we're gonna make, well, it's gonna be like the Big Sky Pie. If you ever been to Montana, you get the Big Sky Pie. It's a ham steak with scrambled eggs, hash browns, and covered with gravy. We're not quite going that far, but it's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna let this work a little bit, and then we'll come right back. So, once your gravy starts, or your sausage starts getting this far, you're starting to develop some color, and the fat's starting to render. And so you can start developing your seasoning. So the first thing you want to do is taste your sausage. I mean, it's got plenty of flavor, so you don't, this guy, leave him out of the equation for a bit, but you want to start with some pepper, because if you don't like peppery gravy, well then, you probably shouldn't make it. So we're going to continue to let this work. Look at that beautiful color. And start getting some of that stuff to develop on the bottom of the pan. See, look at these little bits here. The fond, that's what we're looking for. We want that stuff to start breaking down. Those nice, crispy little bits. That's going to be the flavor of your gravy. So we're going to continue to let this go. And once it gets a little more color on it, we're going to start the easy, simple process of making gravy. So we'll be right back. Okay. So like I said, it's a non-stick pan, but that color, this is going to be what your gravy is going to look like. So you want to have that. And so we are now to the point where we want to start, well, making the gravy. And it's a roux process, a little bit of roux. So I'm going to add just a little more fat, a little olive oil, and that's going to help to cook the flour out of the flour. And it's going to thicken everything up nice. So once we got here, so you got nice, there's a bunch of fat in the bottom of the pan. Just going to take some flour. See that? That's what you're making. You're making a roux, and you're making it all in one go. You don't have to take your meat out, do this and that. There's a million ways to make gravy. This is a one-pan deal. You don't have to. It's not difficult. Clean that up there. So now, wow, it's like Saturday night. Look at that. So you just mix that flour in there. It's that simple. Now you're developing your gravy. See that? That's gonna be your color. That's thickening everything. And your final seasoning, I'll season it one last time at the end, but I think it's gonna be pretty good. Want to get all that stuff off. If there's anything stuck at the bottom of your non-stick pan, you definitely want to get that up. Got my wooden spoon. This spoon has history. This spoon is probably 35 years old, no joke. My mom gave it to me, and we still have it. And when you get these fancy non-stick pans, you know you don't put metal on them. So we're just gonna keep this working like this. We want to get the color just GBD, golden brown delicious. Look at that. Listen to the sound of that. It sounds so amazing. You can see the bubbles. It's not, you don't want the fast popping. You want it just nice. It's working. It smells amazing. So we're gonna let this go just a little longer. Then we're gonna put the milk in and finish the job. Okay, so we're just about ready to finish the gravy. The roux has developed nicely. So now we're just gonna add some milk. Add a little bit of first. This will help your thickening process. You get everything off the bottom of the pan. Look at that. The bubbles are perfect. Get all that good stuff. You see the color? You see how thick it is already now. Then you put the rest of your milk in there. Just about that much. We want a good portion. I mean, it's sausage gravy. It's not freaking chicken gravy or something like that. You want the gravy to be hearty. It's the first meal of the day when you're on vacation. And we all know that cooking time isn't Muppet time. Muppet time is later. And so we want to make sure and have a nice base to work on. We go ahead and add some more pepper. Color's good. Put some Old Bay in there. You can see it's already thickening it up really nice. A little bit of Old Bay. Not even gonna touch the salt. Not until it's just about done. Some garlic. The thickening process is looking amazing. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. Just let it thicken up. Let it thicken. So, like I said, where we're staying, we don't have any utensils, so we're gonna improvise. But what we do have is this crock pot that we're gonna make an amazing. Did I tell you about the Italian beef sandwich? Yeah, we're gonna make it in this. But first of all, we're gonna dump our gravy in here. I'm gonna wash this bad boy out. I'm gonna cook scrambled eggs. I'm gonna make some toast. I'm gonna plate it. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, look at this. So, you know, when you check your gravy, you want to coat the back of the spoon. And if you can't tell, that gravy is just about as thick as we want it. It's got that beautiful sheen of olive oil that we put in it. Let me just taste it here. It doesn't need anything. It's amazing. So I'm gonna click this guy off, and we're gonna do a quick turn around. So we got our gravy out of the pan. We got one pan because we got to work fast. We're gonna do this. We're gonna come over here. Non-stick pan works great. Heat back on to dry it out. Give my spoon a quick wash. It doesn't need it. All it's gonna do is make the eggs taste great, but we're gonna give it a wash anyway. Done deal. Give it dry. Now, it's gonna dry up. And yeah, we're just on vacation, so we're gonna take this stick of Kerrygold butter and we're just gonna wrap it around in there. A little more heat, and we're gonna make some scrambled eggs for our Silver Lake special. That's what we're gonna call it. It's not the Big Sky pie, but it's pretty dang close. It's gonna be delicious. Kerrygold butter. Lick that right off your hands, and you'll be all right for it. So we got some beautiful eggs. Looks like our heat's coming up, and my eggs. Well, we're gonna see how it goes. Rakers. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. My egg game is not on point, but I do have cook's fingers, so that heat, I can take it. Starting to work. Look at that. Dipping. Double up. We're gonna scramble them up anyway. We're good. Now, making scrambled eggs in the pan. Non-stick. Of course, gonna put some pepper on there. Beautiful. It is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Some salt. With eggs, salt and pepper, I mean, you don't need a whole. They're starting to work a little bit. Get them off the side. My Kerrygold didn't get there. Oh, look at that. Sacrilege, isn't it? No, we're making scrambled eggs. We're not making fried eggs. Let's start moving them around. So, scrambled eggs. You know, you don't want to beat them up, and you don't want to cook them super fast. Just move them around, if that yolk's, you know, if there's a big yolk bite, well, that's delicious. So just move them around, let them cook up nice. Duck hunters in the background blasting at nothing because they can't shoot. Just let it go. And now come back here, got this beautiful sourdough toast. Down goes the toast. Like I said, we got some Kerrygold butter. If you're not using Kerrygold butter, well, your butter game is not proper. Look at that. So I guess there is a plus to non-stick pans, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? You making beautiful eggs. And we're just getting there. You know, you just want those pieces that are clear. Just cook them through, and then you're done. You want them off the heat. You want your eggs to be nice and just cook through. See that little, just get that guy right down there on the bottom. See those pieces that just need just a little bit more. Look at those. And I would say turn the heat off. Oh, those look amazing. Taking off the heat. Seasoning's done. Remember, turn your stuff off. In New Zealand, fun fact, when you're in the bathroom in New Zealand and you are in the bathroom, they have a little sign that says "Don't drink and fry." It's funny. You know, I guess in New Zealand they have problems. Come home from the piss and, well, you burn your house down. That's not cool. But that public service announcement is pretty proper, and I support it. So now we're gonna plate this. A little more. A little more. Don't burn me up now. Coming down to the final steps, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take this plate out and let someone try it and see what they think. For myself, I'd put some giardiniera on or some hot sauce because it's gonna be amazing. But watch this. Toast, just like anything you're cooking, needs to be golden brown, delicious. You want the butter to slide right across the top, nice and melted butter. That's how you want your toast in the morning. So watch this. We're gonna do this. It's gonna happen real quick. Not yet. Wait for the creme. Creme. You know, seen Inglourious Bastards? Good movie. Watch it. Pretty good. Come over here. Throw some butter on there. We got forks because, well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we don't have a whole lot of silverware, but we are gonna make do. And that first bite with all that butter on your fork's gonna be delicious anyway. Like that. Put some eggs on there, like that. Look at that. And of course, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sausage gravy. Look at this. I mean, if this doesn't get you off on the right foot, I don't know what will, but I guess since I cooked it, I'm gonna try it. Savory, it's hearty, not too salty. Don't oversalt your food, especially if you're dealing with sausage. It's gonna have all that seasoning in it anyway. You don't have to put a bunch of salt. Oh man, wait a second. It's delicious. So, we're gonna call it the Silver Lake Special. Hope you try it. Wander well. Cheers.